The Palestinian health officials say a second day of airstrikes have killed at least 20 people in the enclave. The United Nations says one strike hit the facility in Gaza, killing one foreign staff and injuring 5 others. Giles Gibson reports from Tel Aviv.
The United Nations says that a compound for staff working with the organization's Office for Project Services was hit by explosive ordnance. Now, the UN did not explicitly blame Israel for the strike, but it did say that the premises were known to the Israeli military.
In my opinion, this was not an accident. It cannot be categorized as an accident. It is at least an incident. What is happening in Gaza is unconscionable. I'm shocked and devastated by this tragic news.
In a statement, the IDF denied striking a UN compound in central Gaza. Meanwhile, Wednesday's strikes were not as intense as those devastating strikes seen on Tuesday, when more than 400 Palestinians died inside Gaza. The IDF said that on Wednesday it hit a military site in northern Gaza, as well as several vessels along the coast that it said were intended to be used for terrorist activities. And Israeli authorities also said that they killed 2 senior members of Hamas. Now, this return to military action has been welcomed by the far right here in Israel, with the far right politician Itamar Ben-Gvir returning to the governing coalition after resigning earlier this year due to his opposition to the ceasefire deal with Hamas. However, there have also been large protests over the course of the day in Jerusalem, with protesters coming out to demonstrate not just against these renewed airstrikes, but also against the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's push to fire the head of the Internal Security Service, known as Shin Bet. Demonstrators marched from the Parliament building, the Knesset, to the Israeli Prime Minister's private residence in Jerusalem, and there were also some minor clashes with police, with some protesters trying to push through barricades outside of that building. Giles Gibson, CNA, Tel Aviv.